What the fuck, Hank? What the fuck? What the fuck? Hank! Hank! How you doing, Hank? So cute. So, a rainbow lorikeet. There'd probably be a video somewhere on my channel that you might see him. Not Obenstein. Hank came into our lives. He's an adult rainbow lorikeet, and he was at our neighbour's place. I'm just seeing if I can see the turtle in here somewhere, or some there's some lizards, water dragons here too, so if I see any I'll zoom in on them. Hank was at the neighbour's place. He's a wild bird, and the neighbours and my husband saw him. He'd take like a couple of steps and then fall on his head. Suki, don't you bark. Big ol' girl. Take a couple more steps he would and fall on his head. I think he might have had a stroke. Or perhaps something might have impacted his ear, the side of his head, and caused a disruption in the bones in his ears, which was giving him the feeling that your compass is off, kind of thing, and you keep falling over, you can't find the right way up. So if you ever, I hope you never do, but excuse me, if you do ever get hit in the side of the head or in the ear, impacted within the ear area, not to freak out too much. It can mess with your which way is up kind of thing. So my husband brought Hank home to me, and we put him in a cocky cage, which is not a cage for cockroaches but for cockatoos, so it's a decent sized cage, I guess. Maybe the size of a bar fridge, I guess, maybe a bit bigger. I'm not seeing any turtles. And Hank slept, on the floor of the cage with his head down for quite a bit, and slowly he started to perk up and feel better. That's Shadow saying hello. Hello, Shadow. After a while, that water flowing through there, it's beautiful. Little ravines. He stayed with us for quite a long time. I'm always interested in if an animal comes to me, a wild animal. My highest priority is trying to get that animal well and then release it back in the same place where I found it, or it was found and brought to me. But I didn't know whether Hank would be staying or would get better and leave, and Cocky Cage isn't big enough for him to kind of fly around for me to be able to tell or assess whether he can actually fly. And you got to think too, like if you let, especially with birds, when you let them go, you kind of want to make sure that their people are around for a start. And that's what happened with Hank. He was sitting outside one shiny day and in his cocky cage, and we believe his wife came to fetch him, and they were making quite a racket. I say she was telling him off, where have you been all this time? you know. And my beautiful wolf went out onto the veranda with these two birds are, and let's say Hank's wife is sitting on the cage, I believe, and this is Wolf's story, not mine. I didn't go out because we didn't want to frighten the wild bird that was there, the wild lorikeet, Hank's wife. And she just stayed and she didn't move, and Wolf was able to walk up to the cage and open the door, and then Hank flew out and went with his lady, and he's still here. So he makes certain noises that are different to the other rainbow lorikeets. There's like a barking noise that he makes because he was in the house with the dogs and they'd play. Rainbow lorikeets are clowns, absolute clowns. They're so funny. You could just watch them all day. They're so funny. Absolute idiots. Obenstein sleeps on her back on her perch. It's really cute. I'm trying to work on making her a hammock. I made her a nice swing with a bell on it that she loves. So, and I'm working on a hammock for her because she's moved from the cocky cage that she was in into a 5-star penthouse, I say. And because they're clowns, lots of toys. So Hank's still around, and sometimes there's lots and lots of rainbow lorikeets. It feels like there's 100 of them around, and then when it's cold there's not so many. There's maybe like 5 or 6. But Hank stays constant. He talks to us often, and I'm sure he talks to Obenstein as well. Have a beautiful day. Try to push that, dark stuff away and just step into the light and just enjoy some sunshine if you can, or some nature. Because focusing on those dark things, it doesn't take you anywhere. It just takes you round and round. And I don't want you to be trapped, and I don't want to be trapped. So you need to just step into some light, whatever it is that you can find that helps you feel more connected, more human, more peaceful, more centered, more grounded. And sometimes that might be just taking your shoes off and standing on the grass. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.